Hi, I'm Mike, and this is a video about the first day in the life of our brand new Golf 8 R-Line. We've come down from our little village in the Sierra de las Nieves National Park down into Malaga to collect the car. Well, this is our new car. Nuestro coche nuevo.
Tu juguete,
This video is going to be in 4 parts. The first part is, as we are now, just looking around the dealership, getting to see the car for the very first time. The second part is going to be leaving the dealership on our journey home, so it'll be my very first impressions of what it's like to drive the car. Then we have a little fun part, which you will see driving through the mountains at like 400 miles an hour or something, until we get to our village. And then the final part is having driven the car, lived with the car for the day, my impressions of what the car is actually like and how it compares to the previous model Golf that I had.
mira los regalos que hace la casa Mike que te ha puesto Patricia, ¿ves? ¿Ves? Para que vean los regalos. Aquí detrás del maletín.
Para limpiarlo, necesitamos esto. Estaba pensando
el cable para tu móvil, un llavero, sácalo a ver, ¿no? Y aquí los triángulos y sale.
Triangle.
Sí, mira.
This is a Golf R-Line 1.5 TSI, 130 horsepower, 6-speed manual. The year's 2021. Extras, it's got black paint, special pearl effect black paint. Got an extension guarantee of 2 years. I've got a spare wheel, which I always think is useful. I don't know why you don't get it nowadays. Something called Paola Vision, which is something to do with the screen. I'm not really sure what that is just yet, but it cost me 700, well, about 800 euros. And that's about it really. It comes as standard with just about everything, to be honest. But anyway, in the end I paid, with discounts, 30,000 euros, and I've put the copy of the order there if you're interested in the details. We're now leaving Torremolinos, heading up to where we live in Yunquera. So I'm going to put the map for you to have a look at the route, and I'll explain a few of the interesting things on the way. But when we get to a place called Coyin, then we start going at super speed up through the national park to the village right at the top. Because of the lockdown, I bought this car on the internet. So what I did, I searched, I wanted an R-Line and I wanted a black one. Fortunately, there was one in Granada. In fact, there's only one in Spain. It was in Granada. There was a blue one in Barcelona and a black one in Granada. Granada's not very far from Malaga, so fortunately the dealerships were able to do a bit of a deal and brought it down, and I had it sight unseen, but up to now it's fantastic. First impression of this car is how quiet it is. When we stopped at the traffic lights just now, it was absolutely silent. It was unbelievable. And it is so comfortable. First impressions are really, really good, I have to say. The route back to home will give us an idea of how this car performs all over the place, really, because we've got a bit of town driving, we've got some country road driving, we've got some wide motorway type roads, all sorts. And also it's just starting to drizzle a bit, so we're going to see how it performs, because we haven't had much rain, so the roads are going to be particularly slippery. I'm now going to promote where we are a bit. This is the wonderful Sierra de las Nieves National Park. It's in fact the latest or newest national park in Spain. It's only been a national park for a few months, but I can highly recommend you coming to see it. I mean, it's a perfect place to live actually. It's just an hour from the airport at Malaga. It's an hour from the coast in Marbella or Fuengirola. It's an hour from Ronda, which is one of the most historic towns in Spain. It's an hour from everywhere. It's an hour from everywhere, and it's so tranquil. It's so cheap, to one thing, to come on holiday here. I can highly recommend it. Have a look at the website about the Sierra de las Nieves National Park. Back in the village, the weather's brightened up a bit, so we can have another little drive.
Estamos estrenando coche y vamos a descubrir sus funciones.
One comment I have at the minute is that the gear change is a bit stiff, and it's a bit stiff not going up the box but coming down the box. If you're going from 6 to 5 you're okay, but from 5 into 4 can be a bit tricky. I don't know whether it's just because it's so stiff and all brand new, but it is a bit tight at the minute. Operating the screen is a bit iffy at the minute too. I mean, there's some things you got to learn. It's a bit like buying a new computer. You've got to find out how the thing works. So it is a bit fiddly at the minute, but just takes practice, I guess. This car is wonderful on these mountain roads and the curves. Stable, flat, and this is in comfort mode. Feels like just a crisper version of my Golf 6 that I just sold to buy this one. I had a Golf 6 1.4 TSI. This is the 1.5 TSI. So as you would expect, it's a little bit faster. A little bit crisper. Here we are in the spectacular Sierras de las Nieves National Park, and right at its apex we've got Yunquera. Most beautiful place for you to visit if you're in southern Spain. Le explico que hay un montón de vídeos en YouTube cómo funciona técnicamente. Yo quiero dar mi impresión como un dueño por primera vez. Y después tú puedes dar tu opinión. This has not been in any way a technical report, obviously. Just somebody who's just bought the car and then the first day of using it. And I have to say, It's fabulous. I'd give it 9 out of 10. I'm not going to give it 10 out of 10 because I haven't got the hang of this sticky gear change yet and the screen. But give it a bit to bed in, and I'd recommend this car to anybody.
¿Paro ya la grabación, Mike?
Thank you very much for watching my video. I would appreciate it very much if you would subscribe, click the bell, and maybe even give me a like and a nice comment. Thank you very much.